Operation 2, Mission 2. Salvaged a few new toys for this one. Got a Thor J. And I decided to...
This is Hitman.
I bought Hitman from the store. I don't think I used him in the original game. I believe he was a regular. Now he's a veteran. Hitman has been very happy helping to grind the Smoke Jaguars into the ground. He's going to fit right in at Zulu Company. Unfortunately, some of his unit mates fear it's becoming an obsession. Well, we are obsessed with that. You're joining the right lands.
This is Hitman. Dead on, sir.
Dead on, sir. He has some kick-ass dialogue. When I was using him to practice the level, he was saying something like, "Drop me a mech, sir," which I thought was nice. Giving him 2 Clanner LBX-10s, missile racks. I'm starting to like this large pulse laser, or X-Pulse. Weighs a killing, but the DPS on it is just fantastic at 2.0. I've promoted Mad Cat. I've promoted Countess up to Mad Cat duties, since Thunder is injured, and Goblin I'm not going to use for a while, he's at Elite. See, I have another new toy, Railgun. You actually cannot buy this in the store. I think it was in one of those nodes in the last level, that optional component capture that we went and did. I'm pretty sure this is what was in it. A Star League era relic using lost technology. The railgun electromagnetically hurls massive metal projectiles. It's basically a super Gauss rifle. You only get 15 shots for 30 tons of weight, but look at the hitting power, 20 damage. That puts the AC 20 to shame. I'm putting that on my Jagger mech, and its backup weapon is a large pulse. I made a few other adjustments. I have a PPC on my catapult now. I actually bought that from the store. The store is nicely filled out and I had plenty of money. So I bought a few things, mainly sensors to distribute to some of my mechs that weren't full on weight. And I'm bringing out one of the Hunchback Mark IIs. It's got a Clanner LBX-20. That's going to give us the close range punch that we're going to need for a couple enemies on this mission. 35 shots, wow. So if you were tired of the 10 or 13 shots on the regular LBX, the regular 20, it says this hits for the same 15, 35 shots. That's just incredible. And this Clanner weapon here, which normally had 30 shots, now it's up to 90. Triple the ammo. But I don't think I have a Clanner LBX-5. No, I don't even have a Clanner LBX anymore. We lost it. Here's one. But I'll just let it go on this mission. So I do have some other mechs ripped with Clan Tech, but these are the ones I'm going to use. Hitman with his pimp spiky hat and a Thor J. Both of these are J's. I'm starting to like the heavy J's on the Clanners at least, because their mechs have such a speed and jump distance that they put it to good use. Whereas the Inner Spear J is just garbage. Capture Ordnance Convoy. Oh boy, it's another one of these. There's 7 salvage trucks. We have to salvage them, capture them. They take this route around the map. However, if you take out this bridge here, you'll force them to go this way. That'll buy you some more time. There's also some turrets over here if you want to use them, but I'm honestly not going to bother using them in this mission. I'm not even sure if I'm going to bother nuking this bridge. I guess I could, because we do have time at the start for it, but since we do have airstrikes here, but since we're trying to capture the convoy, using those near the trucks is kind of dangerous. I do recommend you take out this bridge at least, because that forces them to divert here. And there's this is a base here that you want to take. There is no salvage on this mission other than the trucks, but these 2 bases have turrets that you can take. I'm definitely going to take this one Probably not bother with that one. Now this convoy, like some others we've seen, will actually separate. So once we aggro the convoy, they'll try to come away from us. They'll try to divert away from us. What I mean is that if we just nuke this bridge and then sit over here, as soon as you hit the front, the people who are in the front, the second half of the convoy will actually divert and cut across this canyon here. So they'll skip the whole right side of the map and they'll start coming up here and they'll head for that bridge. They'll dump this corner of the convoy path and just they'll cut across the center to get to here. If you take out that bridge, then they'll cut to go there. But I'm going to employ what I think is a decent strategy. It worked well when I just tried it. Let's see. Star Captain Marcus Osis of the Smoke Jaguars has executed a surprise raid on our main supply depot. He and his forces are fleeing north through Jade Sector with a large number of advanced weapon components, which presumably they belong to us and he just took it. I'm not sure. Our scouts have been through most of that area, so a majority of your tactical map will be revealed. Basically, we start at the very tops of cliffs, so we can see pretty much the whole map right at the start. However, none of the buildings in the Jade Sector have been captured as of yet, so there's two groups of turrets. If you want to use them, you need to go and capture them. Your strike force will be dropped into Jade Sector only minutes ahead of the enemy convoy. Capture as many of the salvage trucks as possible before they escape through the forest road in the northwest. So all of them will try to leave the map this way, and by default they'll take this bridge, but if you take it out you can divert them. Tactical warning. Marcus Osis is piloting his customized Massacra. I hope I can get that thing. When I practiced the mission I actually salvaged it, but now that I'm recording we might not get it. I hope I'll get lucky twice. This is the run that's going to matter. So be prepared for it to use the advanced weaponry of salvage rigs. If I remember correctly, he had 3 X-Pulse lasers and that's pretty much it. He basically dumped his ERP-PCs, Clanner ERP-PCs by the way, for triple X-Pulse lasers. So you have a clan pilot dumping his clan weapons for some Interspear weapons. Although you never see that happen. But some of the Interspear weapons in this game, in our timeline, are actually comparable with clan tech. So we've got heavy thunderbolts, which I don't think the clanners have. We've got the railgun. Clanner doesn't have it. We have the long tom. I don't think that they have one of that either. And then we've got the large X-Pulse lasers. There is no clan version. That was made by the Interspear as a one-up on the clan lasers. And there's actually, in MechWarrior 4 Mercenary, you're going to see small X-Pulse and medium X-Pulse, but I think in this game they only have large X-Pulse. It just depends upon your timeline and what weapons that game is going to employ. Our timeline here takes place after the initial clan invasion, when we started to invent new technology. We started to integrate the superior clan technology into future inventions and make comparable technology. And honestly, that's less interesting. I really like to be during or before the clan invasion, when the Interspear all have a bunch of trash. I think that's the most interesting. It's even more interesting when you take that inferior Interspear tech and you fight the clan tech and all of their stuff is better. So that's what the first game did. This one takes place sometime afterwards, I think. Alright, I think I'm ready to go. But I'm actually going to... I just want one of them to be closer over here to this. None of these mechs run quickly though. I'll put Countess here. Well, I'm just going to nuke that bridge with an airstrike. Although I could just shoot it. This is not a bad mission to bring a refit truck, by the way. We have some nasty fights ahead of us, and there's no mech repair bay on the level. I ain't worried about it. Let's just go.
Commencing deployment. Mech warriors prepare for combat.
So what we want first is the base over here. I'm going to position my strike force near this nice ridge line here. Our objective, just doing a little bit of preliminary clearing. Get rid of those bridges. You could try to use them on enemy forces, but if you hit the salvage trucks, you're going to not be able to capture them afterwards. Now, my initial objective here is not to even bother trying to capture the trucks, but try to pull off and kill as many clan mechs as I can. The mechs will typically stay and fight you, while the salvage trucks will keep moving around the map on their path here. And some of the vehicles will also run past us. We want to weaken the convoy, pull off and kill as many of the enemies as we can. You're wasting your ammo on that turn.
This building's captured.
You see, the vehicles are going to go all the way around like this. So all I have to do is move north afterwards, and I can cut them off a second time and clean up what's left. Or I can come over here, which they'll be forced to take because I nuked the bridge. And I have a few turrets over here that will... Actually, they're not really in a good position to do anything, so that wasn't... May as well not have bothered, to be honest. Oh well. Alright, here we go.
I can't get through here.
They should have 2 Mad Cat J's, which will scout. They usually run ahead of the convoy, but now they seem to be kind of stuck. I don't know. Is that normal? I was going to try to miss my opportunity to hit the vehicles with the Mad Cats. So we're going to try to lure as many enemy mechs away from the convoy as possible and kill them all. The mechs will stay and fight you. All of the guarding vehicles, they're going to stay with the salvage trucks. So they might pluck some shots at us, but they're just going to keep moving. The salvage trucks will keep moving as well. So here we go. We're using our tree line here. Come on, thunderbolts. There, look at that. We can get line of sight with our Jagger mech. We have a railgun. I was hoping he would jump jet over to us. There we go. Watch this. Yeah, I think that's the gun the Vulture had in the past. On one of the earlier missions, I fought a customized Vulture, and I believe he had a railgun. That's what that hard-hitting long-range weapon was.
I will make this quick.
Easily done, sir.
This doesn't look like it's going well, but it's not going too bad.
This is Countess. I am under attack.
Almost got a mech.
I've taken heavy damage.
Today's not your day.
Once again, Countess is getting ripped.
I'm taking critical damage.
They went for her last time, too.
Stop me a mech, sir. Easily done, sir.
We're missing a mech
I
here.
will make this quick.
Shit. He was supposed to attack us.
Easily done, sir. Loading and firing.
Last time that mech there also attacked us. This time he's not. Guess I need to shoot it.
Here we go.
Let's shoot this one. Get his attention.
Here we go.
We want to get them away from the convoy
Got my number.
and have them come fight us. Alright, here we go.
I'm taking hits.
Easily done, sir. Easily done.
This guy has AC-20s, or at least one. This mech by design is only supposed to have energy. He's supposed to be full on energy hard points and nothing else. But here they gave him 2 heavy
Stop me a
LBX-20s.
mech, sir. Piece of cake. Easily done, sir.
Taking more damage than I would like, but we're still doing okay. This one's a W. Should be nicer. Our Hunchback's not doing much until the enemy closes distance. He also has an he also has a AC-20. Well, it's an LBX. Oh God, don't go for her. Sir, I'm seeing stars. Alright, we got another mech. Now we want to deal with that damn Massacra. This is a nasty one because he's got triple X pulses and about 8 LRMs, I think. The only thing you can do is to run right up to his face so he can't use most of these weapons. See? Look at this. Look at this shit. But if you get right next to his face, all he can use are these top two, so he's basically no threat. It's a critical weakness in his design. He's not very smart. His build is okay, but he should have set back and tried to make use out of it. Instead, he closed distance on us.
I'm getting queued up.
He's got no weapons because right next to his face. Alright, we're doing well. So, just like that, we stripped most of the convoy of almost all of its guards. All I have to do now is come up here and hit the convoy again at the next fork. Now, you can take these turns, but they really are of no help at all. The enemy will drive down this road here, and that's just out of range of the turrets, so you have to pull the enemies into the turrets. You could do that with the mechs. The problem is that some of the convoy will start to divert straight across the map, so your forces will be over here. Marcus and some of the other trucks will divert and just cut across the cliff in the middle. So that strategy works if you just want to complete the mission, because you'll get enough trucks there to complete, but you won't. There's a good chance you're going to miss the others if you want to get them all. Oh, look, more heavy J's. The Nova Cat is a new heavy they added on this one. I think it's 70 tons. Can I see that here? Ah, 70 tons. I really wish I would have gotten that Massacra. What variant was that? Oh, it doesn't say. It just says 85. So yeah, this expansion introduced the idea of fighting named clanners. So instead of it just being Mech A, B, C, so on, some of them will have a name with a customized build. And they should be decent pilots as well. Although technically there was one or two of those in the original game. They still had a stock build and didn't do anything fancy. So what I'm doing now is just waiting for the convoy to come. There's a nice fuel tank here. Since we missed one of the Nova Cats, I'm just going to pull the Nova into this fuel and blow them up. After that, they won't have anything left but vehicles. The convoy will just be open grabs. They got 2 LRMs. This is the truck Marcus was protecting, so he guards the very last one, and he tries to sneak it past you if you don't fight him. These two have LRMs. Strikers. Rumbles here in the middle. Or no, there's the Manticores. Most of the mechs are towards the front. There were Mad Cat guards, and then there were Nova Cats. It's actually going to work out for the best that I did not.
I can't get through here.
And it's going to work out pretty well that I missed the mech. Get his attention. Oh, you don't have the long-range weapons.
So be it.
I forgot you got thunderbolts.
So be it.
Shoot a volley of LRMs at me. Would you, dear? Come on. Missiles.
I understand.
Easily done, sir.
Here we go. I am under enemy.
I don't think that did much to him.
Target terminated. Easily done, sir. Easily done, sir.
Well, at least now we can salvage him, I guess. If you blow him up with a gas tank, you're not getting salvage.
Easily done, sir.
We can get him anyway.
Here we go. This is fight. I'm taking him.
Easily done, sir. One less bad guy.
This is
Alright, it's time for us to start grabbing trucks.
Easily done, sir.
vehicle captured.
The rest of this convoy is just on a plate.
He's escaped.
This is just good news.
They got me targeted.
This is Townsend. Enemy vehicle destroyed. This is Rooster. They got me pegged.
Particularly nasty mission, but if you develop a good strategy, like what I just did,
Easily
be
done.
able to get through it without too much
Enemy
trouble.
vehicle destroyed.
Easily done, sir.
Vehicle captured.
If worst comes to worst,
Minus one enemy.
you could just
Mission
complete it
objective complete.
without salvaging every
Reporting
single
vehicle
truck.
captured.
I'll take care
You
of it.
don't have to fight, most of what I fought.
Mission objective
Easily done,
complete.
There
sir.
you go.
Mission
Burn out here.
successful.
Some injuries, but no deaths. I'm fine with injuries. We'll just switch them out. I was hoping for that Nova Cat A, or the, better yet, the Massacre, but all we got were more heavies that I don't really need. I already have 2 J heavies. Now I have a full lance now of jumping heavies. I might end up having to make some kind of strike force and just jumping them in. Let's see. We've got 2 LBX-20s, ERPPC, Cleaner Pulse. But look at that, the salvage rigs are actually listed. Each truck has its own salvage. Let's see. Triple X Pulse, 2 heavy Ultras, 3 Thunderbolts, 3 ERPPCs, 2 more large X Pulses. And these 2 look like trash. They were probably 2 of the easier trucks. Although those long toms are probably okay. I haven't tried those out yet. No promotions, few injuries, but overall a successful mission. Just looking at the skill ups here. Okay, good. This time I missed one of the skill ups on jumping on one of the missions I did because I forgot to use the jump jetting, which is a waste of the mech. But here it looks like I remembered to actually jump jet both of them. Always use a J mech. Always use the jump jetting on a J mech every single mission, or the pilot will not get jump jetting points. And you're wasting skill points that you could have gotten for their rank up. 50,000. Decent salvage. And a nice short mission, too. See you next mission.